talking to people, I actually think it has hit.
Derek, one thing that you said earlier about that we have too many houses. Sure. That's for sure. But some of them are in places where they'll never sell.
We've too many houses in the 26 counties.
Yeah, but I'm saying that people will always want to live close to public transport.
This is a view the estate agents like to propagate, that we all build too many houses in Longford and Roscommon, up in Glentees and down in Mooncoin and Kilkenny, but Dublin is the scarcity. It's nonsense. We built them everywhere, across the 26 counties. I spend hours every day, every week, looking at all the stats. You just look at my website, you'll see all the planning permissions, completions, all those stats.
What is the housing stock in Ireland, Derek?
It's just under 2.2 million. It's 1.934 million right now.
That's correct.
Okay.
And the population at the moment...
What's the average household? 2.8 persons. 3 in the country, 2.5 in the city. So we've 2 million houses, 2.8 people per household. That's 5.6 million. And we know the population of Ireland. It's 4.4. We can take another million Poles and Latvians tomorrow, and we have the houses for them. And these guys don't want you to know that. And they'll talk about scarcity, the myth about turning off the supply tap. We're building more than we're selling. All right, David, what do you want to say?
The reason I asked that question is because I think it is actually a relevant point, that we do have a finite housing stock. And obviously the population at the moment is 4.4.
Massive housing stock. 2 million.
Is 4.4 million. Yeah. Obviously that population is going to grow, even if we have no further immigration, Pat. The Central Statistics Office, obviously, again, we can't predict exactly how many it's going to be, but certainly the predictions for 2020 range between 4.8 and 5 points.
But are we going to have to wait for 10 years then before we use up this existing housing stock?
Well, I think the point that you made, Pat, at the beginning, obviously, is very relevant. In certain parts of the country, there probably is an actual oversupply of housing stock, whereas obviously in the greater urban areas where obviously there are more people, if anything, there's a shortage. And I don't say that in an emotive way, and I'm not saying
just look at Dún Laoghaire down. They're building flats. People want to live a couple of miles from where they grow up. They want their own front door. And all Dún Laoghaire down are built. 88% of everything built in the last 12 months is flats, apartments. Sandyford Industrial Estate, 1 square mile, 4,800 flats, up to 24 stories, and you can go there and drive there today, and you can see the empty concrete shells.
The reason for that, Derek, is because Dún Laoghaire
madness.
The reason for that is because Dún Laoghaire Down obviously is a mature area. There is an awful lot of existing houses in Dún Laoghaire Down. Obviously, if more people want to live there, the only way to provide it and not have people moving outside of Dún Laoghaire Down, obviously, is to build more efficiently on the land when it does become available.
That's your density argument, so you get more money for land.
No.
He's saying that the moment is almost nigh to start buying if the price is right, and developers, maybe because they have to, are pricing to sell, because some of them, the banks are on their case, they need to sell. But Derek, in a couple of years' time, there might be people who are in this audience tonight saying, that's so-and-so Derek told me not to buy, now look at the price.
Or in a couple of years' time they might say, look at the bookies. Paddy Powers are giving 33-1 against the price rise this year. So take a 30 grand deposit and stick it on Paddy Power at 33-1. If you believe this guy, because you'll be a millionaire next year. A millionaire. I just say, Pat, this young lady over here, Pippa, I think her name is in the end. You said something really important. And I had negative equity in London for 6 years, and it hits you like that, and it's a prison sentence. I know what it's like, and I empathise with you, and it happened very quickly. But you made another point. You said the government's doing nothing. We have NAMA, this National Asset Management Association. This company is taking all these private debts from the banks and developers into public ownership. There's a principle has been there, and a precedent has been set. If you can take those private debts of the big banks and the developers, you can also take debts like yours into public ownership, or some of them, a portion of them. I don't want to see China's couple stuck in flats.
Guys, I'm afraid we have to leave it there.
Yeah.
Derek and David, thank you very much for coming in. I'm not sure we made anything clearer, but thank you for at least prompting a debate which will make people concentrate on what they want to do with their hard-earned cash in the coming weeks and months. All right, it's time now to give some cash to the winner of our phone-in, which comes from Oceanico, because we've got that family holiday in both the Algarve and in the